Howdy folks, it's me again. I am here to make a video to explain to you folks why Cyberpunk 2077 is still rubbish. It's still unplayable, even right now. Cyberpunk 2077, it's still unplayable. It's still really terrible. That even Saints Row Reboot and Starfield were both better than Cyberpunk 2077, but definitely not Mind's Eye. Mind's Eye will never be better than Cyberpunk 2077. There's some YouTuber with defending Mind's Eye. They made a short video of Mind's Eye, claimed that it's better than Cyberpunk. This is just BS. I would say that Mind's Eye is even worse than Cyberpunk 2077. Nothing is worse than Mind's Eye right now. And by the way, and the reason why I'm still playing Conan Exile, it's just because I still don't have enough money to buy a Dune Awakening. And I believe that Dune Awakening will also beat Cyberpunk 2077 in the Game of the Year. Oh yeah, no joke. Dune Awakening is also way better than Cyberpunk 2077, but way better than Mind's Eye. It's also better than Starfield, and of course Conan Exile is of course better than Saints Row Reboot. Well, I love Saints Row Reboot. I love playing Saints Row Reboot. I played it before back in 2023. I had fun playing it, but there was a lot of problem in Saints Row Reboot. I'm not talking about the bugs. I'm talking about how Saints Row Reboot just doesn't have a gore, doesn't have a blood. There's no it is violence. At least they have very realistic takedowns in the Saints Row Reboot, but still not really the best. Not really the best game. Yeah, Saints Row Reboot is not really the best game ever. And no, Starfield isn't the best either. But I also love the Starfield game. I love it. I know that Starfield is also way better than Cyberpunk 2077, but it's also not the best game either. But I will say that Dune Awakening is... I bet it's better than Starfield. I bet Dune Awakening will be a lot better than Starfield. I believe. Because Dune Awakening have more realistic melee fights. They have more details. I'll talk about that way later when I finally be able to afford the Dune Awakening. Well, I don't know when I would be able to ever save my money for Dune Awakening. But I'm still don't make any money. I still have no income, and sadly still. Well, I don't know if I found a job yet. Well, although finding a job isn't easy as I thought it will be. I talked to anybody. I talked to anyone about me looking for the job. They said that it's gonna take a while, and they still have not let me know that they're ready to help me to find a job. Anyway, so back to Cyberpunk. So every single YouTubers, they're always defending Cyberpunk. They are just a bunch of Chinese nationalist thugs. That's who they are. The YouTubers who always defends Cyberpunk 2077, they are just a Chinese nationalist thugs. Who's also defending a Chinese Communist Party, who's defending the Chinese propaganda. So, Cyberpunk 2077 is still unplayable piece of dog shit. Is still one of the worst open world game ever. Even if everything is recovered, back in 2023, Cyberpunk was still unplayable. Even in 2024, Cyberpunk is still unplayable. Even in 2025, Cyberpunk will still be unplayable. Nothing is fixed, but of course bugs, all of the bugs were fixed. But it's still unplayable. It's still really bad. Because story missions in Cyberpunk 2077 is still terrible. It's really terrible. The story missions in Cyberpunk 2077 are really bad. They're horrible. But the worst part about Cyberpunk 2077 is that it forces me to complete one of the worst mission ever. Worse than any other story mission. It's called Heist. Just to be able to unlock all of the map, I have to complete the Heist. Heist is one of the most overrated piece of dog shit ass story mission. I hate playing that. I hate playing Heist because it's a massive waste of time. Too many cutscenes. And V is not be able to fight back against Dexter, who betrayed him. Instead, he got put down like a dog and got shot in the head. But surprisingly, he got back to life, which is physically impossible. Anybody who got shot in the head in a game is already dead. Anybody who got shot in the head is dead. Already dead. Not alive. There will be zero chance of survival if a person gets shot in the head. That's another worst part about the mission called Heist in the Cyberjunk 2077. Yeah, it's so bad. And it's making no sense. And after that, after V got shot in the head, we play as Johnny Silverhand. Although Johnny Silverhand, I don't like Johnny Silverhand. He's not my favorite character compared to Neo from Matrix. Yeah, come on, like where's Neo? Where the hell is Neo? I don't like Johnny Silverhand. And yeah, I don't like him. He's not my favorite character. Where the hell is Neo from Matrix? I thought they're gonna bring back Neo from Matrix instead of the piece of garbage ass character Johnny Silverhand. That Johnny Silverhand is really lame. I don't like him. In fact, I'll play as him with his shitty outfits. doesn't look stylish. He's not even as stylish as Neo from Matrix. He looks so lame. And no, it's not because of his hairstyle. I'm not criticize any man who had a long hair to prove that I am not a racist. It's not the reason why I don't like Johnny Silverhand. No, I do like the Keanu Reeves new hairstyle. I love how he grow his hair longer. But still, I miss the old Keanu Reeves. Like, I'm talking about the Neo from Matrix. I still missed him. I wish, man, I just wish they even made a Matrix open world game. I've heard that they did, probably beta, but I do like Matrix. I watch Matrix series. It's really dope. I watched 3 Matrix series, and it's all dope. But yeah, and anyway, after V woke up in junkyard is alive. I thought we supposed to play as a new character after V died. God damn it! That feature is making no sense. I hate it. It doesn't make any sense. How did V got back to life after he got shot in the head? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. That's another reason why I hate Cyberpunk 2077 story mission. But in fact, V's still in car. Is still in the car. Have to shoot any bikers who's wearing a business suit. That makes does bikers wear a business suit? What the hell? What the hell is wrong with that? Are those a North Korean agent who's trying to kill Tagamora and V? It makes no sense. They're supposed to wear a leather jumpsuit, not a business suit, if they ride a bike. What the hell is wrong with that? That's another thing that makes no sense about the Cyberjunk story mission. And then after all of that shenanigans, V woke up in hospital with the long ass cutscenes. Wow, at least they're skippable, but still, no, not if I have to choose. Not if I have to choose which topic. Man, it's still a long ass cutscene. It's still. Oh man, I hate it. I hate that long ass cutscenes. The dialogue is so horrible. I don't even like that type of dialogue. And then V end up taken to the bed, and then he woke up being possessed. And man, that's another long ass cutscenes. And after all of that disaster, V finally woke up in a free roam. Finally. And man, first V have to talk to anyone in the restaurant to be able to unlock all of the side mission and side gigs. But that's another long ass cutscenes. And after talking to Tagamara, who's next? Johnny Silverhand with the long ass cutscenes. Another long ass cutscenes. I hate it. And after shit, I really hate it. Yeah. And this is another reason why Heist is one of #1 worst mission in Cyberjunk 2077. But I hate how we're being forced to play one of the worst mission. It's called Heist. Yeah, this is exactly how the Chinese Communist Party works. Man, that Cyberpunk 2077 is full of a Chinese communist. Everything is all communist. Everything is all communist in Cyberpunk 2077. Makes sense why we are forced to play a shittiest story mission is called Heist. Makes sense why you can't even skip the entire shitty dialogue, entire shitty cutscenes. It's all endless, and all of those side mission and side gigs are still not replayable right now. I'm talking about right now after, well, I don't know what kind of patch is this right now. Cyberpunk patch. So patch 2.3. Side gigs and side missions are still not replayable. Still can't replay those type of side missions after we completed it. Yeah, those side missions and side gigs, we still can't replay it after we complete them all. And restarting the Cyberpunk game, it's still pointless. Restarting all of that level in Cyberjunk 2077 are still pointless. Because I don't want to play that shitty ass story mission. It's called the Heist, and dealing with the long ass cutscenes and the long ass dialogue. I don't want to deal with that again. That's why restarting all of that Cyberjunk level is so pointless. And enemies can't even level up when V is above them. I'm talking about how V leveled up and became above the enemies, but the enemy NPCs still can't level up. And can't even take down the NPCs. You can blow the enemy NPCs to pieces brutally, but you can't do that to a civilian NPCs. You can't blow a civilian NPCs to pieces. That also makes no sense. And of course, Mantis Blades, they are really dope. I really love Mantis Blade. I wish all of the other games also added the Mantis Blade. Man, Mantis Blade's not supposed to be just for Cyberpunk. It should be for all of the video games. This is how the democracy works. I wish Starfield made a Mantis Blade. And anyway, I love mono wires. I love all kinds of realistic melee fights in Cyberpunk 2077. I do like the takedown. I mean, I do like all kinds of realistic melee takedown. But sadly, you can only do that to a hostile NPC, but not to civilians. That's really sucks. That also makes no sense. It's so unrealistic. So not realistic. And as CD Projekt Red, a bunch of scammers. They always scamming and defends the Chinese Communist Party, and they have been launching a bunch of Chinese propaganda and story mission in Cyberpunk 2077, claiming that Japan are the evil and China is in the good side. It's all BS. It's all bullcrap. And can't even customize any vehicles without mods. Can't even customize any guns without mod. Can't even own any garage without mod. Can't even buy any other properties in Cyberpunk 2077. Because this is exactly how the Chinese Communist Party works. And this is all the reason why I hate Cyberpunk 2077. Even if it's all been patched. Even if it's in a patch 2.3, it's still unplayable. It's still dog shit. It's still one of the worst open world game ever. And the flying vehicles can be owned only by NPCs, not by players. Again, only if you have a mod. Players have no access for any single flying vehicle. That's also not fair. And all of the vehicle handlings are terrible and can't even access a call to command that allows us to change weather whatever we want. But it's all part of the Chinese Communist Party in Cyberpunk 2077. CDPR is always a failure. Even Volition and Bethesda and Ubisoft are doing way better than CDPR. Because Saints Row Reboot and Starfield and Ghost Recon Breakpoints are always been more successful than Cyberjunk 2077 in 2023 to 2024, and even in 2025 they are still beating Cyberjunk in the game of the year. In fact, Dune Awakening will have a chance to beat Cyberpunk 2077 in the game of the year in 2025. And every single YouTubers who is always defends Cyberpunk 2077 are all Chinese nationalist thugs who had no respect for saints. And let's listen to what this YouTuber said. YouTuber's name Dead Metal Media. I respect him. Anybody should subscribe to his channel, Dead Metal Media. Big shout out to him for speaking out against Cyberjunk 2077.
You know, there was a time when I thought video games were the greatest medium that could ever exist. They're interactive, immersive, and they bring an experience like no other. You simply can't get the level of control that you get in a game with a movie, or with a TV show, or with music, or with books. Those dreams died the day Cyberpunk 2077 launched almost 3 years ago in the most pitiful state I have ever seen a game launch in, period. And now here we are, almost 3 years later. CD Projekt Red has crawled out from under the hole they've been hiding since the public embarrassment of releasing a game in the most broken state I have ever seen. More broken and loose than a hooker's pussy. And now they're trying to sell you an expansion pack. Let me ask you this. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me how many goddamn times by promising a product and not delivering, and you have to acknowledge that you are the problem. Listen up, folks. There's hard truths being dropped in this video, truths the size of nuclear warheads. I will not hold back, and if this offends you, if this gets you angry, if it gets you upset, I just want you to know you're part of the problem. Listen, cold, hard fact number one, The Witcher 3 was not nearly as good as it was made out to be. Game of the Year 2015,
Even Conan Exile is way better than Witcher.
fucking-lutely not. Absolutely not. I guarantee you CD Projekt Red paid off the VGAs. The Witcher 3 was at best a 7 out of 10 RPG.
No, Witcher can never be the best. Witcher is also a dog shit game. Man, that game is so terrible. I've never played Witcher because I don't like that dog shit ass medieval games. I only rather play the ancient Rome games. Only rather play the ancient Greek games like what is it? Like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That does way better than The Witcher. Even Conan Exile is 10 times better than The Witcher Sidious.
Released 2. Hearthstone's still amazing. I still play it every day because Blizzard's one of the greatest developers of our time. And so then they released this garbage heap known as Cyberpunk 2077. And 2077 is about the number of chances that you idiots have given this company. Phantom Liberty is even worse. I was advanced a review copy. CD Projekt Red said, Dead Metal, we know back in the day you were critical of our product, but we've done better. We want you to review it. We want you to give your people an honest review. Here's my honest review. Phantom Liberty is even worse than the base game Cyberpunk 2077 on a PS4 unpatched. That's my review. This is garbage. First of all, nobody asked for more Keanu Reeves. The world is better with less Keanu Reeves, aka the world is better with less actors who have the emotional range of a piece of dog shit. All right, matter of fact, the dog shit has more emotional range because it will at least produce different forms. Could be solid, could be runny, could be somewhere in the middle. Keanu Reeves, on the other hand, has one monotone, fake-ass bullshit Hollywood A-lister emotion, and I'm tired of hearing of it in these video games. The fact that he shoehorned himself into Cyberpunk 2077 because he wanted the bigger payday is an absolute travesty, but it doesn't.
Oh my goodness, even Johnny Gat is way better than Johnny Silverhands.
Stop there. I can't blame Keanu Reeves for the gameplay failures. I can't blame Keanu Reeves for the lackluster story. I can't blame Keanu Reeves for the utter failure that was Cyberpunk 2077 with its generic-ass characters, its weak plot, and oh, your choices matter? No, they fucking don't. There was one choice at the end that mattered, but literally nothing else you did during the course of that game mattered in the end. It was all a facade. It was like the Wizard of Oz. He's behind the screen. It's all smoke and fucking mirrors. Tell me one thing that you did in Cyberpunk 2077 in the first 2/3 of that game that mattered in the end. It didn't. Oh, but you can romance Pan Am. Doesn't fucking matter in the end. Doesn't fucking matter. What's different? One single voice line in the end monologue? Like, come the fuck on. It's so stupid. The game tried to create an emotional ending, and I was laughing. I shit you not. I watched all of the endings on YouTube. I played through, I got my ending, and then I watched the rest of them on YouTube. That was comedy gold. I thought it was dark humor at first. I was laughing my ass off at how emotionally invested they thought the player was. I was more emotionally invested in ejecting the disc from my PlayStation and snapping it in half. At least that gave me an emotional response. Phantom Liberty, you see, it's funny. They originally planned 2 DLCs for this trash heap, and they brought it down to 1 because they realized people are wizened up to the fact that they're con artists. They've realized people have wizened up to the fact that CD Projekt Red is not this great herald of RPGs. No, that title, the greatest RPG ever made, will always belong to Lord of the Rings Gollum. What CD Projekt can have is the moniker of the most disgusting company. Between reports of crunch culture, running your devs 80-hour weeks, why the fuck not? Modern day slavery, it's fucking disgusting. The fact that they're still going forward with DLC after it took them 3 years to fix the game, and the game barely holds 30 FPS on last-gen systems as it is right now. They should have taken all the money, all the resources, and all the staff they're putting on Phantom Liberty, and they should have put it on a fucking stable framework for Cyberpunk 2077 on the base hardware of last gen. Don't release your fucking game on hardware that can't run it. It's as simple as that. And Cyberpunk 2077 is not impressive. Ubisoft has been doing open world games on base PS4, base Xbox One hardware for the entire generation. You don't see fucking Far Cry 5 running at 13 FPS on those last gen systems. You don't see Assassin's Creed Valhalla. These are game worlds that are huge, massive, with side quests.
Oh my god, even Far Cry 5 with the arcade and a map editor are way better than Cyberpunk 2077. You can make your own Cyberpunk in map editor in Far Cry 5 arcade.
Just as, if not more intricately detailed than Cyberpunk 2077. So what does Phantom Liberty bring? It brings failure, it brings more deceit, and it brings the obvious to light. This is a greedy-ass company that's going to do whatever it can do to dig its greedy little paws into your pockets. They're like little fucking raccoons tapping their fingers.
CD Projekt Red is a Chinese company. Yeah.
Together, a sly smirk peeling across their lips as they realize they found another way to milk their fucking audience out of money. They found another way to fill their bank account, add extra zeros off of your dollars. But you know what? Even through this entire rant, I can't blame them. I blame you. Stop feeding them money. Do not buy this DLC. It's not even worth the hard drive space to pirate it. This Phantom Liberty should have been Phantom DLC. It should have never existed. It should have been a ghost, a trace of what was once to be, and a fall from grace from one of the companies that, quite frankly, was never as good as they were made out to be, yet they completely shock and awed the world in December 2020, yet the world has seemingly forgotten. Hashtag I didn't forget, hashtag fuck Cyberpunk, hashtag fuck Phantom Liberty, and hashtag fuck you.
See, this is exactly why I respect Dead Metal Media. Big shout out to him. And, okay, that is it. Anyone? I hope all of you enjoy watching me exposing the hell out of Cyberjunk 2077. That is made in China. Yeah, it's made in China. And don't forget to stay woke, and I promise you would never go broke.